All right. It's March 9th, Sunday, and it's almost 7 o'clock and it's still daylight out. Jeez. I don't particularly care for daylight savings time for some odd reason, but hey, gotta roll with the flow. Anyway, got a update. There's a couple of updates that either I had problems uploading or I erased or anyway, here we go. So this is a battery management system. It's complete now and working. If you see right there, I also have the shore power. I'll show it to you from the outside, but the shore power is connected, or actually the fittings in there, the plug on the other side, and I just have an extension cord with a marine head on it. The 110 volt is all working. I have some lights. I'll show you. These are the 110 volt lights that I installed, and let's see, that's the outlet. You can see the green light going on and off as I turn the switch. And then down here, that is the charger, battery charger. That's working. Over about 12 or so volts DC. And turn that back off. This battery management system was a real pain to put in. As you can see, there is a lot of wiring that went into this, but you know what? In the end, I'm happy I did it. I could have had just a 3-position switch, but you know, this actually looks nicer, and it does a whole lot of different things. This Blue Seas system, it automatically can change over what battery you're using. Those are the switches. I put those switches in. Also, that was this weekend, and I was actually, and then underneath there, that is a 12 volt panel that's energized now, so I can start wiring to it. And the outside 12 volt panel, which I will show you, is also energized. This is too complicated for a short video to try to explain, but you know, it's not terribly difficult. It's just time consuming like everything else. A lot of wiring. I want to say I spent several $1,000s on what you're looking at here, but you know, if I had somebody else install it, it would have been a lot more than that. And then I also on this panel, I made it a panel. I put the I took these two that used to come out and I put a piano hinge on them, and it's got this vessel will have 4 bilge pumps because it's got 4 separate compartments, and it's got 4 bilge alarms. Those are not wired in yet, but that's coming up next week. And then I installed the battery. I should have vacuumed that, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Got the Life Pro, I'm sorry, Lifeline batteries. These are AGM batteries, probably top of the line, I guess, probably good as it comes. And so that one's under there. That used to be in the engine room, no longer. I thought it'd be better down here, lower, further forward, just better for balance of the vessel. And then the other one is right there. And you know, it's all wired up and producing power. These switches, so there's 2 ways to turn this off up here. You can go, if you just turn this way, it shuts down. So that was the house side. You can see the house side just went blank. The light went off of it. And then if I turn off the engine side, then the engine goes off. And then the one in the center, let me turn these back on. The one in the center kind of manages in between them. You can use one battery, both batteries, or put it on auto, and it will detect if if it needs, like if you're starting the engine and it needs more power, it'll kick in the house battery. But it protects the batteries. According to Sam, this is really like top notch, like super yacht stuff. So I like it. It was a lot of work. I was not happy for a while there, just because I realized that this was just an enormous amount of wiring. But once I got done and turned it on and it worked, man, that was like all those concerns went right away. And I was very pleased. And then we got power to the engine. I spun her a little bit because I'm having, this panel was kind of hacked together. I'll show you. Hang on a second. And so the engine kill for shutting down the rack is not working. It's actually not even connected. This is the back of the pump controls and the alarms. But this wire here goes to here, which is the shut off, the engine shut off, and that wire obviously has been cut, and I don't know, it doesn't really show on this harness. So next week I'll take a look, do some diagnostics on this. Nothing else, I can run another wire back to the shut off solenoid. This is the front panel, the back of it, and then the side panel, and then the back of the switches. You can see there's just an enormous amount of wiring. But anyway, that done. My ground bus bar, there's another ground bus bar there. There's that, like the main ground bus bar right there. Everything's in yellow, which is what the Coast Guard is requiring now, or wanting to see, that the negative is yellow. So that's what it is. And then obviously the red's positive, and everything in here is properly color coded. Again, I'm planning on getting this boat inspected for charter, so I want to make sure that I don't have any headaches. They look at a messy wiring job and it's all over but the crying. They'll find different reasons to not approve your request for a COI, T-boat licensing. So don't want that to happen. Everything looks clean and is working properly. They check the safety equipment, obviously the life jackets, the raft, the e-burb, the radios. All those things are important, obviously, for life safety reasons, but, stuff like this is something that would call their attention. If this was a rat's nest over here and it looked like it was, Mickey Mouse, the likelihood of passing anything else is pretty damn low. Because also, there's a good reason for that. This kind of stuff causes fire. So if you don't have all this stuff properly connected and you have arcing or things are miswired or using like household wire, I've seen that on boats before, or even automobile wiring, you got to invest in the marine wiring and the good stuff too. This is Anchor, all of this stuff here, and it's just worth it. This wire, it's multi-strand, it's tinned, it's a lot thinner, there's a lot more wire within the same size wire. Like those are 2/0, the red ones, and the yellow ones. Like I said, it's just worth it. A marine environment's nasty, salt water and all that stuff. If you don't have the good insulation on your wires, you don't have, the wires tinned and all that stuff, that they'll break internally, and that could cause a fire. Anyway, let's see here. I'm gonna crawl out of here. There's my Perkins 4 236. The engine covers up. Turn the key switch on. There's the panel. All the lights are working, but the oil pressure gauge is not. And I did test it, and it's bad, and you don't want to operate without that. That's just imperative. But everything else, the stop button isn't working, but I explained that earlier. The start button, I'll just give her. I'm not turning her over a lot because I did turn her over by hand initially, and I got some oil up into the top of the engine. I checked that, so the pump was working, but still, don't like to run her dry. She needs water for the impeller, and yeah. Anyway, there you go. Just a quick turnover, but she sounds healthy, and muffler's in. The raw water screen is in. Yeah, that about sums it up. Anyway, hope you guys are having a good weekend, and enjoy yourself. Take care of the people you love, and we'll see you with another update next weekend if I don't do anything in between the week. Thanks a lot. Hey, and do me a favor, if you can subscribe or whatever. Ring the bell. You know the job. Thanks again. Bye bye.